Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, taking on another team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Sooners about to kick it away and get this season started. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. All right, guys, let's take a big view of Tulsa. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A little release to the back. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterbacks try to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first. It's a seam wide open. He's at the touchdown Sooner. Once he got a step, it was right to the house. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
He'll return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He's got an open man. They'll move the chains after he gets into the 43-yard line. Tulsa wasting no time.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got him. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the crow route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Got him downfield. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wide receiver going in motion. Powers forward. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Man, this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Paul. Fall forward, be physical.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Oklahoma offense will go back to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets...
into traffic, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put him behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got his man. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're They're in striking distance at the 37.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on second down. They'll go to the ground. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Tulsa trying to pick up a fourth down conversion here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off-play action on first down. Plucks it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Tulsa wasting no time. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Tulsa.
Tulsa with the playbook wide open here on second and short. Handoff from the gun. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
A nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Tulsa will come to the line on first and goal. Grab behind the line. It's Balkinson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tulsa. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American Fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Army is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up off the canvas before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Old Dominion. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got his man. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Let's talk for just a second here about Tulsa. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's McCray. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Got it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Scores on the sneak.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. He now has 72 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Golden Hurricane to the line facing 2nd and short. Off play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's McCray. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. A lot of urgency for this offense. To the air on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it towards the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about a punt.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebacker's coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
Barges ahead. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Finding open areas. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Black 24. Black 24.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Fourth down is short, and where do they put the ball? In the hands of their quarterback. This guy is so good. They trust him. He runs the option and keeps it himself and gets just enough for the first down.
And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The give to the back. Oh, it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Makes a catch along the sidelines, but he's going to lose yardage. They were banking, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Sooners will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. The give to the back. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
The Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. He's looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Smashes through the tackle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires left. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to the Red Hawks of Miami. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Zips it out to his man.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
A lot of times you're throwing these slants to the big body guys because they're so physical and they can win with physicality. But when you throw to a little guy like this, I just know he's going to win with his speed. He's got that much quicks. He's going to win, and I'm going to force feed him the ball and let him make plays.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sure hands, it's McCray. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He throws into the middle of the field. Wide open. He makes the catch. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why...
Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. Fitted in the window for the score.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game 1, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Sooners moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. Snags it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Sooners!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's coming out of the end zone. brought down at the 24. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
To the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Gonna look downfield again. Makes the grab. It's McCray. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
Man, there are a lot of players who I think might tense up in that kind of situation. You know you got the lead. It's fourth down, but they just go out and they're on the same page, and they convert, and they're able to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more clock.
Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's McCray. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Play number 10 on this series. on the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to solve this clock away and get a W.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. The play action fake. Moving away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The official says no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Now adjusting. Gets rid of it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time on target. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Makes the grab down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sooners will hustle to the line.
Black 24. Black 24.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Quickly complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. He wants it all. He's got it. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown. Still alive in this one.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off.